Hello and welcome back to my little channel. My name is Kylie, but I also go by Haunted Hippie on my horror channel, and some people even refer to me as the Antichrist. We like to pretend that my channels are how I run my online virtual cult, so if you want to join, all you have to do is click subscribe. And I know that might seem kind of weird considering this is a travel vlog video. You might be like, well, that's not really what I expected here. And also, why am I in hell? Well, hopefully that kind of clears things up. Hopefully that's not too weird. I hope that you'll join us. Click the like button, click the notification bell, that way you never miss the next video. I post a lot of travel content on this channel. I have traveled up and down the UK and also Europe, Costa Rica, you name it. But this is also my hobby channel, so don't be surprised if the next video that pops up is about physical media, okay? I am a horror movie girly. Not only am I the Antichrist, I'm also very anti-JK Rowling. Or Rowling. I don't really give a shit how you pronounce her name. That ghoul ended up being like one of the biggest disappointments of my life. So yes, this video is going to be about Harry Potter and visiting the studio, but I have some disclaimers on that. First of all, this is a small channel, so I know that it's not going to be much, but all the proceeds from this video are going to be going directly to mermaids in the UK. I wanted to pick a trans-based charity that was in the UK because I feel like that is where Rowling has the most influence and where she has done the most damage, but who are we kidding? She has been damaging across the globe. Mermaids is a charity that's been open since 1995, and they have all different types of services. They have a helpline, they do trainings for the workplace to create more diverse environments. They have different local groups and they sponsor events for LGBTQIA people. Just lots of great resources. So big shout out to Mermaids UK. Another thing that I feel like is important to mention is that there are so many thousands of people, thousands of artists that contributed to this franchise that dismissing it as a whole feels wrong to me, because that would feel dismissive of all their contributions, which you're about to see. In the London studio tour, the Warner Bros. Studio tour, which you take a bus and it's about an hour outside of London itself. You get to see all the sets, all the costumes, all of the animatronics. So many thousands of artists' hands touched this franchise, and this is more about honoring them, okay? But anyway, that was a lot of stuff to get out of the way before we get into this vlog, so let me just stop talking. Let me take you to the Warner Bros. Studio for the Harry Potter tour.
He's not James, I am. Honestly,
Oh, I'm sorry.
don't worry, happens all the time.
Okay, hello, hi. Just wanted to take a little intermission and explain a little bit about the butterbeer at the studio there. I don't know if you guys have been to Universal Studios in Florida or in Hollywood, but I live near Hollywood, so that is the one that I grew up going to. I've actually never been to Florida, so I've never tried the Floridian butterbeer. It's kind of disgusting in Hollywood. I don't think that the flavor has ever really changed much at all. And unfortunately, because like I felt like this was the place to try the most authentic butterbeer possible. Unfortunately, it didn't really taste that different. Not that I can remember anyway. It was also a very weird beverage in London. So sorry to crush anybody's expectations there, but maybe if I lower your expectations now, if you ever get to try it, then maybe it'll seem better in comparison. But also just concerning some of the other things that you've seen so far, they begin the tour, you watch like this brief little kind of movie. I didn't show a clip of that, but then the screen lifts and you're literally in the Great Hall. Like that was just unreal, and also it was perfect timing when we were there that they should have the Slytherin flags up, because big shocker, I'm more or less a Slytherin myself. And then I'm not even gonna hold you, when I saw the gown that Hermione wore in Goblet of Fire, I started crying. It was a very emotional day. We took a lot of fun pictures just with all the sets and everything. This is just another moment though where I'm really annoyed with my younger self for not realizing that I could shoot in 4K on my cell phone, and that I also didn't bring my actual camera with me, which honestly I don't know if that's allowed. You should definitely check into the rules if you're trying to go here. I don't know if you can actually bring like a photography camera, but I wish that I had, because my pictures would have turned out so much better. Just an extra bummer, because I don't know if I'll ever do this again in my life. This is kind of like a once in a lifetime thing. I just thought that it was so put together, because not only did they have all the original sets set up, they also had all of the robotic movements, you know, like Mrs. Weasley's knitting and that kind of thing. All of that was going, and then they also had all of the original costumes on set as well, dressed on the mannequins. And then another one of my favorite elements was they had a bunch of the original animatronics of, you know, the spiders in the Forbidden Forest. They had Buckbeak, but the only video I got, there was this girl that just like completely absent-mindedly just stepped right in front of me when I was like taking the video, which she's entitled to do, but I always just try to read the room and like not cross until someone is finished taking their picture, you know what I mean? But there are so many more highlights, and for everyone that is over here from my horror channel, I think you're really gonna appreciate this next bit, because it's now time to show you all of the animatronics. And for all the horror elements of the franchise, you know, the werewolf, little dying baby Voldemort, all, you know, the goblins and the trolls, you get to see all of that and more. So again, let me stop yapping and I will see you in a minute.
Ron, no! What is it? He's going to sacrifice himself!
Hello again. So I know that this was a shorter vlog. Obviously this was like only one day, like one big event that I decided to put into a single video, but I hope that it was worthwhile because all the stuff that we saw, it just felt so special to me, especially with all those animatronics. Like just thinking of the hours of love and labor that went into creating all of these things, it was unreal to me because not only were there the animatronics, but they also had like all of the models there. There just were so many stages of the pre-production before the movies even got shot, before they were even edited, before we even ever saw them. And you might have thought that it would have had the effect of like, oh, well, now I see how the soup is made. It kind of takes away some of the magic of the wizarding world. It was the opposite because like, what do you mean? This was what was inside of the werewolf in my favorite Harry Potter film. Like, are you kidding me? This is movie magic, which is realer than any of the magic actually within the films. J.K. Rowling may be the most colossal disappointment of a generation, but you can't take away all the special memories that I made, you know, with my family watching these films, and I hope that you enjoyed me taking you along for the ride. Again, all the proceeds from this video will be going to mermaids in the UK. I would strongly recommend that you donate as well, even if it's only like £10. Anything helps, you know? I think that I have like almost 8,000 subscribers on this channel. If everyone only donated $1, that's like $8,000. You know what I mean? That is really gonna do it though. Again, check out my other channel if you are a horror girly or a cinephile. Check out my Patreon. There is also weekly bonus content over there. There's lots of different stuff to enjoy. Huge shout out to the patrons. We love them so much. And if you really want to be in the loop, then all my social media is also linked down below. But more than anything, I just hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye.